smooth. I got Dusty down here to my left. Say something, man, because you be chilling. He don't never want to talk. He want to hit the home runs, man. He don't want to pitch.
Hey, people.
I got EJ over here to the right.
Going down.
Hey, man, we up in here today, man. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Hit that bell for the notifications, and like, share, subscribe on IG and Facebook. We're on Twitter as well. So make sure you show some love for us. We surely appreciate it. Topic of today, Jordan 1s versus the Jordan 11s. Think about it. Jordan 1s versus the Jordan 11s. The only reason it's a topic, I feel, is because it's a generational thing. For me, that's where I feel like it begins, because it depends on the generation you ask. It's gonna tell you which one is more hyped than the other. Let's just say I don't remember nobody getting killed over Jordan 1s.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So speaking of Jordan 1s, Gus, what's on your feet, bro?
Yeah, Mocha 1s. Look, I know I talked about this maybe, 2 episodes, real tough?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I came front, I don't do that line and all that. So, I was unable to get me a pair for myself. So, the pair that I have on right now, me and my son are sharing this pair. Call me what you want to call me, I don't care. I wasn't able to get it, so
That's a true sneaker.
I'm not going to put it out there what happened. But they know what happened. I'm a little disappointed with them, but it's all good. It's still love forever and a day. But I was only able to get one pair for my son, and so he said, you know what, Daddy, I ain't tripping, man. You know, whenever you want to put them on, it's okay with me. So thank you, son. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's what I got on my feet today. I got the Mocha 1s on. Yeah.
Ew.
Oh,
DJ, you wearing Jordans today, bro?
Look,
No Yeezys?
We had this discussion earlier. I already knew what we was talking about.
What we gonna talk about?
Yeah, we gonna talk about them 1. We gonna talk about 11, and plus, you know.
You didn't want to feel left out?
Yeah.
So you wearing J's?
Finally, if y'all watch some of the previous episodes, this nigga always the oddball. Always. We'll be color scheming, and it's not planned at all.
Nah, it's
we'll
playing that way.
Yeah, we'll be color scheming. We'll have on all black, and I guarantee you he gonna come in with some turquoise on.
Yeah. But hey, I didn't always be like that, and I've always had my own lane, and I just, you know,
I feel you.
We respect that though.
What, you got your UNC 3s, man?
Yeah, man. These are 2020 UNC 3s.
They clean. Look like you only worn once.
I don't want them about maybe 3-4 times, somewhere around there. But, you know, they
dead stock for real.
Dead stock. Yeah, dead stock. I keep all my shoes dead stock if y'all ain't noticed. But you already know they had the team edition these that dropped way back when, and they finally did the little public version this year. So of course I had to hop on that train. If you see the team version, I think they go for $5,500 or something like that.
Yeah,
They somewhere they're around 5 racks. They expensive as fuck. So.
Is that the one that has the actual UNC logo on the tongue?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Limited edition. Is that for the school?
Yeah, it was for the athletes at the school at UNC.
Man, I can't. You know what school I want to hit? Oregon.
Bro.
Yeah, that's another topic.
Yeah, let's stay on topic. So, we should really have a drum roll for this dude right here for what he got on his feet. Iconic.
I just got on some white and black kicks today.
There you go with that shit again. You know what? The last time you did that, your midsole, you ain't appreciate them. And what happened to your shit?
You trying to get me
fell
back.
apart.
Hey, you was gassing me up. It was like, man, you got on America's favorite shoe.
You better
Bread 11s.
You better.
Nah, but these are, man, I love them. And that's a part of why we have this debate today, because the era we grew up in, Jordan 11s was the shit. Honestly,
and I'm gonna be honest, the 11s to me, well, I can't put them over in 3s. I can't put them over in 5s. But
Jordan 11s was ranking somewhere in your top 3.
Yeah,
if you over the age of 27, 28.
Facts.
It wasn't mine, but. Like
no,
I'm just
saying ranking period. Everybody has their own.
It's been forever and a day the #1 Jordan that everybody waits till Christmas time, and if they don't ask their mama or daddy or whoever for nothing else, they want them J's. Believe that. They want the pad leather J's.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. Another thing about the 11s are one of those Jordans I really don't think about that often. But then every time I see them, they're a head turner. I mean, it's just, you know, you see them on somebody's feet, you like, damn, I gotta go pull mine.
It's a great balance. I mean, that was one of these shoes you could wear with anything, anywhere, anytime. I don't know if it's a shoe I would have plenty of and wear all the time though. Because, I mean, like that, it's a meme or a video out there. This guy proposes to his girl, right? And he didn't want to crease him. Yeah. So he took his shoe off and proposed, so he increased his shoes. Man, look, these shoes, they're iconic. They're idolized. They're put up on this pedestal, right? Where they're appreciated and they're like a trophy. And it was respect if you was able to get a pair. Yeah. Because they were dropping them and then that was it. Yeah. You know, get yours at this time, at this day. If you don't, ask that.
And that was that classic era where you had to stand in line, you know what I'm saying, outside the shoe store.
And risk your life.
This was a part of being like a shoe enthusiast, man. You had to find out where these shoes were releasing, when, what you had to do to get them. Yeah. And this was, I guess, later towards the late 2000s where you had to get a ticket. Or whatever kind of scheme your store had going.
It was really a first come, first serve. So I remember days where you had people not even lined up, like literally in front of the gate of the store, like all mushed together, and they'll open that thing up, and you had like 3 or 4 slipping up under there with their mama by themselves getting in there. And that's just the beginning. The scary shit is when you come from up out of there and trying to get to your car. Yeah. That's the real problem.
Yeah. Boys was not going up there by themselves to get a pair of 11s. But saying all that to say, and we all just chimed in on how hype these shoes were, at what point, and Gus, I'm going to give this to you, at what point do you think the Jordan 1s was just starting to pop off and everybody started to, you know, more direct their energy towards those, and the Jordan 11s faded away?
So, you know, we was just discussing this earlier. Some people might want to credit it to the men. I think the men kind of started it off first, but, you know, at that time, Jordan 11 was still kind of reigning supreme a little bit, like, because I remember when the Gamma Blue 11s came out, everybody, that was the first time Jordan went all black for the majority, right? So I remember that did some good numbers. I think that turn took when, like I said earlier, when women Jordan 1s started extending sizes and started coming with these dark, high-top colorways that a lot of men was like, damn, them clean, but shit, are they even going to be in my size because it's a woman's shoe? Yeah. You know, so now I think Nike, Jordan, whoever been paying attention to see, like, these shoes been selling out very fast. If I had to give it a year, I would say maybe either the end of 2018, somewhere in 2019 is when Jordan 1 started kind of basically became the scar to the Mufasa Jordan 11. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a new king in town, and we here to take shit over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, EJ, what's your take on these Jordan 1s, and why do you feel they reign today?
I think it's I'll do is say the last dance, and a bit of what Gussie touched on as well. You got to realize, I think that turned a lot of dudes' heads back towards the 1. I think a lot of people, I think the 1 was kind of like that $110 low budget Jordan. Everybody was kind of, you know, just I'm not gonna say people didn't like, but they were kind of dismissive of. Yeah. And then when they started dropping on the women's colorways, like Gussie said, I think that kind of got everybody's attention because they were dropping some fire colorways, you know. Say the Last Dance. When did Say the Last Dance drop?
That was just last year. No, this year, right?
That was this year. That was early this year. That was pandemic time, yeah. So, Say the Last Dance drop. I know for a fact, I was looking at Jordan on StockX and go back then, that was sitting at about 150, 160, 170, somewhere around that price range. Say the Last Dance drops. A month later, I go back and look at those same shoes. They sitting around $500-$600.
You talking about 1s?
1s, really the whole Jordan range, but mainly 1s, and you know what I'm saying.
Just for me, to me, like anytime you've ever looked at let's say Bull ones, which is like the white and red, the band ones, I can go back all the way to about 2017. You wasn't gonna get them anything under $600 easily. I think it's just the whole retro effect right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is kind of, like I talked about one time, style is just combining with this futuristic and retro combination, and you have a lot of women, and everything is unisex so much. So you got women walking around dressed like hoopers. You know what I'm saying? They got jerseys on and hooping shorts, and you know the little short era that came back, and the high Nike sock. So you know,
that's why I was about to go with it though. That's why I was gonna finish up. I know I like to ramble, but my thing was the one was where it all started, and I think if anything, Say the Last Dance made the one more coveted just because it showed all those highlights when Jordan in the one. You know what I'm saying? When he first started his career. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you bring all of that, you think about all of the hype around Jordan's career, you want to see the start of everything, you know?
I just think
I got two things that I think we need to bring to light. And we touched on it, but we need to put it out there publicly. And that's Kanye and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
What's your take on Kanye and Jordan 1s?
My take on Kanye is the one that really cranked it up to boost the sales generally for Jordan 1. When he this is before he actually even had not the Yeezy, but the Air Yeezy,
the Nikes.
The Nikes. When he was with Nike, before he started doing that, he had started being caught out there with the threes on black cements, white cements, the white fours, the white cement fours. But it was something about, he just kept going with that Jordan 1. You would see him out, like I say, with the leather pants on. I mean, he was styling with it. And at that time, you know, the whole world was loving Kanye. Nobody was mad at him. He was wearing Amber Rose, bald head, fine chick. And they were both killing the scene. She was even dressing like him. She wearing the 1s and the 3s and all that, right? So then you had the video, Otis. When Jay-Z wore the band 1s, this was like, what year was this? This had to be, what, 2012, 13?
So no, we're going to put it up on screen.
Right. 2011.
You think 11?
I think so.
Well, if it's 11,
Otis was on him and Kanye's album, right?
Yeah, Watch the Throne.
Yeah, that was like 2011, I think.
Okay, well, around that time, I know when that video dropped, he wore the band 1s, Kanye wore the Bread 6 in that video. But they kept showing that shoe. You know what I mean? I don't recall seeing any other rap video before then where a Jordan 1 stood out that much. And you know, Jay-Z, that's the big homie. Everybody look at him as being like the ideal rapper that you want to, you know, he mentioned Tom Ford. Tom Ford sales boosted up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think when he wore that shoe, it took it even further than what Kanye did because, and I honestly feel like Kanye might have inspired him to do it. I think that was a pinnacle moment for him, wearing that shoe like, this is the #1 Jordan. I'm the #1 rapper. I got him on, so yeah, I'm saying this is what you should be wearing. Like he spoke about the Hublot watch. That watch took off. You know what I mean? So, like I say, I always say that artists, the rappers, and the athletes and all that is what boosts the sales for a lot of these companies because this is who we watch.
This is so off topic, but I gotta say it. Michael Kors and
she did wonders for that.
It boosts so much that now Michael Kors is affordable.
Yeah. Well, the reason it's affordable now is because it's not hot anymore.
Because you produce so much for the people to buy it, and you I call it hustling backwards.
Yeah, they did a good run. They had a damn good
You put
run.
so much out there, and then you know people's like, it's too easy to get now.
Right.
So I'm backing off from it, and I think that's the hype between shoes as well. Jordan 11s, were hard to get your hands on. It was like a must-have, and when you saw someone with them on, it was respect.
Exactly.
It was like, man, I don't know what you've been through to get them shoes, but I respect it. Because, you know, either you tried and failed, and sometimes you have to take an L, and that's a part of having respect or showing respect. You got to know how to lose, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, Travis Scott, what do you think? Because that got to be a new gen thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new gen thing. I personally, they're dope, but I mean, it's not like Virgil.
His influence. So what I'm trying to ask you is Travis Scott's influence recently with these, even having his own Jordan 1 and flipping the Nike check, which I find disrespectful.
Well, you know, a lot of young people follow Travis Scott. We already know this. He just had his own meal at McDonald's, and all his little stuff, all the accessories that sold with it sold out. You know, so I mean, Travis Scott, if you can boost McDonald's numbers, I mean, imagine what you're gonna do with some shoes. I mean, you know,
I don't.
I think for what you're asking, I get where you're going with that. He is a modern day icon to this newer generation of kids out there. He is what Kanye West was, I guess, to like that in between age group.
Yeah.
You know,
you
like
have your hair and you fade away.
Right. So the shoe that I respect him for it. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have chose anything updated. He went to #1, created first of all, how many people, let's just be honest, in the Jordan world wanted a brown Jordan? Nobody wanted a brown Jordan back in the day.
No, who wanted
We had a brown era. We had a brown era, but you know what was hot then? Air Forces.
Air Forces, that was it.
But who wanted a backwards Nike check though?
I mean, nobody ever thought of that. I give it a little, I give it about 5 points for creativity. You know what I'm saying? Innovative. Huh?
5 points out of how much?
Out of 10.
I think we can go back and forth. I found that so disrespectful, even though Nike allowed it. Even though they allowed it, and it might have been his idea. I don't feel like you play with logos like that just because my background is graphic design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to dig too deep, but I still don't like it. So I still feel a certain way even on LeBron's when the Nike check is on the other side, but it's I guess reflected to a different way.
Oh, you about to be mad next.
So I just think that with Travis, he created a lane because these kids didn't buy the Jordan 1. Honestly, I feel like because they thought it looked good. They would, these kids were wearing Kevin Durant shoes. They look nothing like the Jordan 1. They Kyrie Irving shoes. Yeah. That is a basketball shoe. So Travis, because of his popularity and him having that hip hop / rock star thing, jumping in the crowd and all that, kids love him. Yeah. So it was anything that he does right now for probably the next 10 years is going to be iconic and it's going to sell.
Speaking on Travis is on that lane where he does different stuff. He tries to push out there. I don't know if you pay attention to his music, but he tries to push out there, be himself. Don't copy off anybody, don't imitate anybody, do stuff different. So for him to go after one like that made a lot of those people that follow that whole type of style and culture that he puts out there, that made them gravitate over to the ones. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that all the way back to that McDonald's. What you're saying, you boost the sales at McDonald's when you wear certain shoes and then attach your name to it. You boost the sales of Air Jordan 1s, which you now turn these shoes into hype, which are now impossible to get. If you are able to get them, you're gonna pay 300-400% above retail, and that is ridiculous.
That brings me to another quick question. Somebody can hop in the comments and answer this question. To be honest, has anybody won off of Nike sneakers up recently?
My brother is the only person I know that's done it.
I know somebody that has.
Okay.
And I don't know how he did it because I didn't heard celebrities talk about them having bad experiences with it.
It's like a whole
some kind of algorithm
that
they select certain people.
Yeah.
But I think you got to take X amount of L's before you can get a W. So you got to keep trying before they'll give you a win. But Jordan 11s versus Jordan 1s, man, put your feelings in the comments. Let us know how you feel about it. Like I said, I grew up in the era where Jordan 11s was fire. You know what I'm saying? I love the Jordan 1s as well. I think I bought a few pairs even, before the hype began. But first and foremost, just do what you like to do. If you like that shoe, wear it. I mean, if you like the Jordan 11s, wear it. I'll tell you this though, the Jordan 11s are now affordable.
Yeah.
Real talk, that's game. Get on eBay, get on StockX, get on wherever you need to get to, go. You can get the Jordan 11s for whatever you need them for. I like it because it's an easy shoe to customize and people respect that, but that's another ordeal. Hey man, Utopia Souls, J Smooth,
Gussie.
Big J.
we out of here, man. Jordan 1s versus Jordan 11s.